I can still picture that door creaking open like a scene from a low-budget thriller, slow, ominous, and utterly unwelcome. I was convinced the house was mine alone that afternoon. The silence was thick as fog, and the family had vanished for errands that should have taken hours. No need for a lock on the bedroom door, right? Big mistake. I was mid-change, guard completely down, humming some forgotten tune from my youth. Then, bam, the door flies inward, and I spin around, heart slamming against my ribs like a trapped bird. There, framed in the doorway like a deer in headlights, is my nephew Ethan. His face. A mask of pure, unfiltered shock. And in that split second, I knew, this awkward blunder was about to unearth skeletons I thought were long buried. I lunged for a nearby cardigan, yanking it on so frantically I tangled my arms and nearly toppled over the nightstand. My hands trembled like leaves in a storm, adrenaline or mortification, who knows? Ethan stood rooted, silent as a statue, eyes wide, absorbing the scene like it was a forbidden exhibit. I swear, I thought the place was empty, I blurted, voice cracking. He snapped back to life, blinking rapidly. Forgot my charger. Mom dragged us out, but I needed it for, yeah. He trailed off, averting his gaze to the floor, cheeks flushing crimson. Sorry, Aunt Lena. I did knock twice. Did he? My mind was a whirlwind, maybe the knocks blended with my humming. Not in my gut, Ethan, it's, whatever. Just give me a minute. He retreated like he'd been scalded, pulling the door shut with a thud that echoed through the empty house. Silence descended again, but it felt charged now, electric, like the air before a thunderstorm. Something had cracked open, and it wasn't just the door. I collapsed onto the bed's edge, palms pressed to my forehead, willing my pulse to steady. Just a mishap, I muttered to myself. Teen boys walk in on worse online every day. We'll laugh it off, eventually. But that pep talk rang hollow. Ethan's expression wasn't mere embarrassment, it was deeper, a flicker of recognition or confusion that gnawed at me. Over the ensuing days, that unease festered like an untreated wound. Dinner that evening. Surface-level normalcy. My sister, Clara, rambled about her office drama. My husband, Tom, half-listened while fiddling with his phone, chuckling at memes. Ethan, 20 and perpetually wired to his gadgets, was quieter than usual, fork-pushing food around his plate like a reluctant artist. But midway through Clara's tale of a botched presentation, I caught him staring. Our eyes locked, he dropped his gaze instantly, cheeks reddening again. That knot twisted tighter. Paranoid old lady, I scolded myself internally. He's just mortified. And honestly, so am I. Can't even meet his eyes without flashing back to that cardigan fiasco. Yet, the vibe lingered, a shadow in the room. Come morning, paranoia level, elevated. My bedroom door was ajar, a slim crack of daylight slicing through. I locked that last night, didn't I? I stared, pulse quickening, before nudging it open. Room appeared untouched, bed neatly made, dresser drawers shut. But wait, the velvet jewelry box on my vanity. Slightly askew, lid not quite flush. You're imagining things, Lena. Age catching up, memories not what it used to be. I approached warily, popping it open. Earrings, necklaces, all there, but the inner lining felt rummaged. A chill prickled my skin. Ridiculous, I huffed, slamming it shut. But doubt seeded. Afternoon kitchen interlude. I'm chopping veggies for soup when Ethan ambles in, sans headphones or phone, a rarity. He halts abruptly, like I've jumped out with a boo. Hey, he mumbles. Hey yourself, I reply, forcing cheer. Silence stretches, thick as dough. He clears his throat. About yesterday, really sorry. Won't happen again. Water under the bridge, I say too quickly, waving the knife dismissively. Bad idea, nearly nicked myself. He nods, but lingers, leaning on the counter, fingers drumming nervously. Not embarrassment, this was anxiety, pure and raw. Something on your mind? I probe gently. Pause. Nah, just grabbing a snack. He snatches an apple, bites in hastily, and exits stage left. Then I spot it. Pantry door cracked open. Definitely shut earlier, I'd restocked it myself. Creeping over, I swing it wide. Cans, boxes, all mundane. But the top shelf. An old keepsake trunk nudged forward, dust disturbed. I haul it down, heart hammering, and flip the latch. Inside, faded letters, trinkets from my past life, pre-Tom, pre-this cozy suburb. Envelopes reshuffled, not in my meticulous order. Someone had delved deep. Sleepless night ensued. Every house grown amplified to footsteps, every shadow or intruder. Around 1 a.m., actual steps, soft, deliberate, halted outside my door. I froze under the covers, breath held. No knob turn, but the presence lingered, oppressive. Finally, retreat. Ghosts. Or Ethan. Morning light brought no relief. Ethan skipped breakfast, holing up in his room till lunch, emerging only for a quick grab and go. By dinner, a family barbecue with extended relatives for added chaos, he looked wrecked, eyes shadowed, posture slumped. Amid the chatter and grill smoke, he pipes up mid-meal. Can I ask a weird question? Heads turn. Clara, shoot, kiddo. But his eyes bore into mine. Aunt Lena, before you moved here, did you ever live in Willowbrook? The backyard hush falls like a curtain. Blood drains from my face, yes, Willowbrook, my ghost town from 2 decades back, pre-marriage, pre-secret sealed. Barely anyone knew. I did, I admit, voice thin. Ethan swallows hard. Figured. I think I saw you there once. Clara frowns. What are you on about? Ethan, years ago, hanging with buddies by those old condos. Spotted someone who looked exactly like you. Brushed it off then. No one breathes. And those letters I found. Tom interjects, puzzled. Letters? I can't respond. Revelation hits. This wasn't random clumsiness. Ethan had been digging, and he'd struck gold. I think you knew a guy I knew, he presses. Clara, who? Ethan drops the bomb. Mr. Harlan, my old soccer coach. Boom, the past explodes. Willowbrook flashes, cozy apartment turning toxic, Harlan's charm curdling into control, arguments escalating, the night I fled with nothing but scars. I clutch the table, my buried history, exhumed by a curious nephew. Post-dinner days. A pressure cooker of tension. Family gatherings fizzled, conversations tiptoed around eggshells. Ethan ceased probing outright but observed me sidelong, not hostile, but probing, like piecing a puzzle. Worst, uncertainty. What else did he know? Would he spill to Clara or Tom? 3 agonizing days later, a knock, polite this time. I open, fully clad, wary. Ethan shifts awkwardly. Can we chat? Privately? Chest tightens. Sure. He enters, door clicks shut softly. Didn't mean to pry into those letters, he starts. I nod. But you did. Sheepish grin. Yeah, guilty. Curiosity killed the cat. Huh? He paces. Harlan was my coach, tough but fair, or so I thought. Words land heavy. That name, my ex's ghost. I knew him once, I whisper. Ethan, he spun a different yarn, said a woman wrecked him, left him broken. Room shrinks, air stifling. When I saw those letters addressed from him, it clicked. Eyes shut. After all this time, the echo returns, not with fanfare, but a whisper that builds to roar. I didn't wreck him, I murmur. Ethan eyes me skeptically. Then what? Pain stings fresh, he doesn't know the full rot. Harlan's gaslighting, isolation, the emotional cage. No one does. Decision time. Bury deeper or unearth. That night, alone at the kitchen island post-bedtime, memories flood Willowbrook's rainy nights, Harlan's honeyed words souring, my escape's raw fear. Epiphany, secrets erode like rust, better to air them. Dawn breaks, I corner Ethan post-coffee, sit. Time for the unvarnished truth. He perches, expectant. I spill, Willowbrook's allure, Harlan's initial charisma masking control freak tendencies, lies piling like debt, manipulation twisting reality till I barely knew myself. Leaving. Gut-wrenching, but survival. Ethan absorbs, silent eons. Finally, that's worlds from his sob story, painted you as the villain. Stories warp with the teller, I reply. His version. Loudest, but false. We talk hours, questions, clarifications, tears. By end, understanding dawns, sorry for doubting. And the snooping. Hug ensues, awkward but healing. But truths ripple. I confide in Clara and Tom that evening, family circle tight. Shock, support, no judgment. Bonds mend stronger. Ethan and I. Closer now, shared secret forging alliance. Moral. Doors, literal and metaphorical, swing unexpected ways. Lock 'em if you must, but sometimes opening reveals light, not just shadows. Life's twists. Embrace 'em, they redefine family.